Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from Championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges close. Out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20. Breaks free to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40 midfield. 40 30 to the coast. 20 15 Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this House Music Monday edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not watching us on Facebook or not following us on Facebook, what? Listen, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. You're like that. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. I like that page as well. And not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll also be following Shawn and Maya as well. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real though? For real? Listen. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, and then click the little bell. That's the notification button. That'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. If you're watching us on our mobile app, wait, you didn't know we had our own mobile app? What your problem is? Come on, man. Listen, we have our own mobile app. So here's what you do. Wherever you get your apps from, it doesn't matter whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Woolworth, Venture, wherever you get your apps from. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, you take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew. And I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence, Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Yeah. Now, if you're watching us on if you're watching us on our Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. That's what I'm talking about. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. Okay? Hell, we're live there right Mickey Ficky now. All right, listen, if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a favor. Go there, download Sports Zone Chicago's channel. Download our channel to that television. Now, if you have more than one Roku TV in the house, do us a solid and download it to all of the Roku TVs that you have in the house. It's very simple. You know how to do it. You've already downloaded Netflix and Hulu and Max and Prime and Disney Plus and Stars and Showtime and Paramount Plus. You've downloaded all those. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel to your Roku television. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Now, you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI. At Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me, personally online, you want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Well, here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle. You see it at the bottom of the screen at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host, Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IG and you do it just for the gram, well, just follow her at Maya _Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. Man, we have a phenomenal show, but we need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that particular platform. It'll come up here in the thread, and I'll put it on the screen, and we'll put it up on. We'll talk about it. We'll incorporate it into the show, and that's what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So do it. Bring us questions, comments, smart-ass remarks. Ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Bring it. So we're ready. Let's see in the chat line already. Who's in the chat? Cornelius Squalls, what up? There he is. My man. My Shawn Walls, House Music Monday, baby. Man, they were getting it in New Orleans, baby. Getting it in. You know what? I really feel bad. I didn't make a better effort to go. That was my mistake. I saw the parties. Bulu Masters party on Friday was ridiculous. Dude, if you've never seen Bulu Master live, okay? If you like house music, if you're a house head, you don't even got to be the house head, but you like house music, okay? And you've never seen Bulu Master live, let me tell you something. Don't do yourself that disservice. Go see him live. Because that you just can't stay still. It's impossible. Impossible. And he gets fired up. You see he's jamming back there. He's dancing while he's mixing. Bulu Master is the shit. People were partying down in NOLA this weekend. Let me tell you. Woo! Whee! Man, Luis Mejia, what's up, Papa? Rise and grind, baby. Sunday was a good day. It was. Your Raiders. It's a good day for your Raiders with a big victory. They're smoking their victory cigars in the locker room after. My man, Armando Emeterio, Lara, Junior. Junior, what's up, buddy? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, for real? And his grandson, Jeremiah. Jeremiah, how you doing, mijo? Thanks for tuning in as well. I'll also send a big shout out to Armando Emeterio, Lara the fourth, Dito. He's not watching because he's at school. But it doesn't matter. Dito, Jeremiah, good morning. Yeah, we got a lot to talk, man. Listen, we have a phenomenal show. Eric Kramer's going to join us today at 10 o'clock. You know what time it is, Monday morning quarterback. And I want to hear his take. Listen, remember, he was all over Tyson as well. He was all over Tyson. Oh, he's better than Justin Fields. I'm like, Eric, come on. I said, really? Really? He's like, I wouldn't ask you if I didn't. I wouldn't say it if I didn't. I was like, he goes, are you asking me? I said, dude, it's a rhetorical question. Like, come on. He said, I wouldn't say if I didn't mean it. I'm like, that was a rhetorical question, Eric. Like, there's no way on God's green earth. None. In any universe that Tyson Bagent is better than Justin Fields. None. And we're going to talk to him about it today. Yeah, it was a and here's the thing. With the turnover disadvantage that the Bears had, it was still a one-score game. That's the whole thing. It's still a one-score game. You know, I love it. All right. And what are New Orleans? New Orleans had 87 yards rushing. Okay. Yeah, that hurt because there were some key rushes there that got us. Key rushes is what was killing us. But still, 87 yards. I mean, our run defense is second to none. Actually, we're third, I want to say, in the NFL. So we are second to two people. We're third, first and second. But when you come up from 31st, 32nd last year, good. There's a couple of things I want to say. I love the run defense. Keep it up. Montez Sweat, where the hell were you? Okay? Where the hell were you? You make 2 plays. One, you finally got some pressure, hit the quarterback's arm. It was a third down, I want to say. Caused the ball to come out all crazy. Incomplete. So thank you very much. And then the other one where you ran down Taysom Hill was just a hustle play. Other than that, I didn't hear your name much. I think you only had one other tackle. And part of me is spoiled. Remember the last time we signed a big defensive end pass rusher? That was Khalil Mack. Do you remember what he did in his first game? Do you remember against Green Bay? Sack, strip, interception, return for a touchdown. Do you remember all that? How crazy we were? I know we lost the game. We didn't lose the game. But we saw how dominant Khalil Mack could be in that first half. And even though they're completely different people, we were still hoping to see how dominant you could be. And you were just a tad off, is what I'm saying. Just a tad. You just couldn't get there. You got there once. You hit the quarterback's arm. You chased down, and you had 2 tackles. One was Hill, which you chased down, which is good hustle. And the other one, I don't even remember that one. So we need you to step up a little more. I know. I don't know how the DC media is and fan base, but we're crazy over here. We're crazy over here, and you better come to work. You better come to work every week and making all that money. Yeah. We're going to see it, and we're going to let you know about it. We're going to see it. If we don't see it, we're going to let you know about it. It's just that simple. Anyway. Junior, you said it completely or perfectly. Why'd you stop running behind Jenkins and Wright? Why? Sometimes Getsy just does this the dumbest shit. You know what it? Oh, here's what's working. Let's stop running it. Is what it does. Or put it this way, it's what it seems like. Okay? And I was reading on Twitter yesterday. I'm like, you know what? You're right. It said everyone's talking about quarterback controversy, which there is no quarterback controversy. And you national media, son of a bitches, stop. Boomer Esiason yesterday with another stupid take. Well, if Tyson Bagent plays good, they're going to have a paraphrasing. They're going to have a quarterback controversy situation on their hands. And I was like, what? There never was. There never will be a quarterback controversy. Justin Fields is QB1 if everyone's healthy, period. But this agenda that they're trying to push on us is ridiculous. And then after the game, if you watch the post game, they mentioned it, Tyson Bagent, and then he switched the subject. He said, "You know what game is good?" Then he goes, the Minnesota game or some other game. He switched games. Boomer Esiason did because he realized he looked like an ass. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of it. Tyson Bagent is a good backup. He's not better than Justin Fields. And you know how interesting it is? Everyone talks about, oh, well, you know what? Some of his players were making plays. Luke Getsy wasn't helping him. They didn't start running the ball. Blah, 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 blah. But wait a minute. It's okay for Tyson Bagent, but it's not okay for Justin Fields to have to overcome some of his teammates. Horrible play calling, horrible officiating. Justin Fields has to be able to do that. But it's okay for Tyson Bagent, but it's not for Justin Fields. There was a lot going on yesterday. A lot. And it just goes to show that this regime needs to go. First and foremost, Luke Getsy, you got to go. You got to go. You have to go. You have to go. You have to go. You have to go. 2 weeks ago, you should have been gone. Your inability to use the quarterbacks to the best of their ability is maddening. Or your refusal to use them to the best of their ability is maddening. Not your inability, your refusal. It's frustrating when you basically neutered Justin Fields. Same shit they did in Mitch Trubisky. And I'm not saying Mitch is a good athlete, but Mitch was athletic. And you have the best weapon in the NFL in Justin Fields, you just say, stop running. You have to win from the pocket. No, you don't. No, you don't. Yes, you want him to run a little less? No problem. No problem. Then you give the running backs the ball more. You give the running backs the God-blessed ball. You know how many carries we had? 32 yesterday. You know why? Because Tyson Bagent had 8 of them. You take those 8 away, that's 24 rushes. I mean, I can see why you gave it to stop giving it to Deontay Foreman. He had 20 carries for 83 yards, a 4.2 average. That's horrible. Oh my God, horrible. We can't have a running back have a 4.2 yard average. What's wrong? Fuck out of here. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. A 1-score game. Defense balled out. Junior, you're right. Ego. This is maddening. Maddening. Luis, coach's job to coach up the players. Some of these coaches are robbing her. Yes. Perfect. Luis, perfect. Yes. You're robbing us, the city, the fans. You're robbing us of a quality team. You're robbing us of playoff appearances. You're robbing us of, think about it. Who knows what kinds of records would be being set if you played to the strengths of your players, of your quarterback. Everyone's talking about, look, Tyson Bagent, why did you go downfield with him? Why don't you push the ball downfield? I'm not asking for fades, corners, posts. I'm asking for digs. 15 yards and in. Comebacks. 17, 18, 20 yards and back. And you stop running Deontay Foreman? You stop running behind those two monsters on the right side, Darnell Wright and Tevin Jenkins? Only problem with this, Vernon, is like you're not going to stop them. There's a waiting list for season tickets. And they don't make their money off of tickets anyway. That's not the big thing of their, that's not the big portion of their money. It's a nice size. The biggest portion is the TV deals, the merchandising, the licensing. That's where their merchandise, that's where their money's made. The TV deals, the merchandising. Hell, you don't think I want to wear this bad boy today? You don't think I want to wear this bad boy? I was fired up. I was like, man, I hope I get to wear this on Monday. Nope. No Bears victory chain today. So Eric Kramer's going to join us at 10 o'clock. White Sox news, Cubs news, Bulls news, Hawks news. Man, we got a lot. We have a lot to talk today. I am fired up. CrossFit this morning was spicy. It was good this morning. It was good. Fired up about it. I'm fired up to talk to you guys. Talk sports. But man, I'm anxious to get back to Soldier Field on Thursday. I'm anxious. You know, does Justin Fields play? I personally wouldn't play him, but I'm okay if they do. That would be a way to stop buying merchandising stuff, Junior. Because you just, in case you didn't know, and I mentioned it on here before, you know, each team, the NFL is a non-for-profit organization. That's how it's structured. So 31 teams, because don't forget the Green Bay Packers are publicly owned. So at the end of the fiscal year, what is it, June? Let me double check. I don't want to mislead you or misspeak. I'll put end of, let's go, NFL year. End of fiscal. Come on, stop it. Stop it. NFL fiscal year ends. Okay, March 13th. Okay, the first day of the 2024 league year will end at 11:59, March 13th. All right, so March. Okay. So that's when. Okay. Okay, yeah, so March 13th. March 13th, do you realize that that's when all teams will get about a $300 million check? $300 million check. It's about what every team gets. It's over 300 million, I should say. Not even about, it's over 300 million. It was 300 million about 2 years ago. So $300 million plus. It's going to be very difficult to hurt them financially. You can embarrass them by not going, but they still got their money. Anyway, I don't know. But yeah, it's you know, I'm watching these things and I just, sometimes things are just so obvious and I'm like, how can you see it? Okay, I played football a long time, because I've coached football a long time, I could see it a little better than some people. But not when everybody's seeing the same thing. You don't think that, how they could be so tone deaf. Because, see, I don't see them as a team like an organization like either of the Reinsdorf organizations. Reinsdorf, yeah, he don't give a shit if he wins the title. So what? Stay competitive. Make the playoffs if we can. Play in for the NBA. Wild card for Major League Baseball. Let's get that going. Get fans, just tease them enough so they want to continue to come back. I don't see the McCaskies as like that. I think the McCaskies are still kind of meatheads. They want to win, but they don't want to spend. No, I shouldn't say that. They keep making bad hires. They keep making bad hires. You got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that. You know, now you have Kevin Warren in as president. You have Ryan Poles as GM. Some changes have to be made. And I'm hoping. See, I tried to get out of one of those spaces yesterday on Twitter, and it's just, oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Yeah, that was painful. That was painful listening to people, meatheads, talk. And I got off after about 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I just killed some brain cells, and I don't have a lot left to kill. I don't have a lot left to kill, to waste. We're going to talk about that a lot today. But first, what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. And on the other side of the break, we will get to our top of the morning segment. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Brian Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face. Ugly.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
On first down, Bajan looking to throw, and he's got Darnell Mooney for a first down. Trent Taylor goes in motion, play action for Bajan over the middle. DJ Moore into New Orleans territory and wrapped up at the 47-yard line. There's the handoff to Foreman, and Deontay Foreman finds a lane across the 40.
You see him line up in the tush-push look.
On 4th and inches, Bajan looking to throw. And now he'll run it himself, and he picks up the first down. Foreman, the running back, another carry for Deontay Foreman, trying to get to the outside, and he does. Stiff arm on Lattimore, and Foreman picks up the first down.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy you saw of CBS Sports. Bears in the Big Easy. Oh, this tea is so good. It was a little too hot earlier. You know, let's go right here. Guys, you know how it is. First segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Yeah. Well, you know how we do the first topic. Where are we going to go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Where else can we go? The Bears. The Bears. Bears fall to the Nolans, the New Orleans Saints, 24-17. Tyson Bagent, 18 for 30, 220 yards, 2 tutties, 3 picks, fumble, a 65.3 rating. He had 8 carries for 70 yards. Deontay Foreman, let's stop giving him the ball. 20 carries, 83 yards. Let's stop giving him the ball and stop running him behind Darnell Wright and Tevin Jenkins. Let's do that because that's going to fucking work. Darnell Mooney, 5 catches, 82 yards. Cole Kmet, 6 catches, 55 yards, 2 tutties. DJ Moore, 3 catches. Estica. DJ Moore, 3 catches, 44 yards. You know, we've been talking about it a lot, all day, all show. And it's just frustrating. Frustrating. DJ Moore gets, 5 targets, 6 targets? That's it? For real? Like, why? Why do you only give him targets? DJ Moore, 5 targets. Yeah, that's a good game plan. You know, Tyson Bagent missed him a couple times. He was wide open on that corner route. He threw it really high. If he'd have thrown it sooner and thrown it to the pylon sooner, he wouldn't have had to jump and go get it. Thought he was going to have it, but he was double teamed. He was bracketed. Okay? On a double team, you don't bracket. I mean, you don't loft it. You don't put it up in the air and have him go get it. You throw to a spot away from both of the defenders. And that would have been the pylon. Okay? That you're going to have to throw sooner so the safety can't get over. So as soon as DJ Moore gets behind the corner, he's still away from the safety. He can run and go get the ball. Bad throw. It was late. He threw it up. DJ Moore had to go get it, and he had it. That was a great part. DJ Moore had it. But 2 defenders were able to get it to knock it away. That was huge. Huge. So, you know, it's so funny how I didn't hear people bitching and moaning about that with Tyson Bagent. It bothers me. It really does. It really, really does. Because if it was Justin, people they would have gone crazy. All of a sudden, everyone becomes an expert on when to throw a football when it's Justin, when he's off. But we're giving this guy a great grace period. We're giving this guy, we're cutting him a lot of slack. It just bothers me. And hopefully now we can put to rest the narrative that's being pushed upon us by local media and national media. My buddy John Dietz wants to argue. He thinks Tyson Bagent will be a good starting quarterback. I'm like, no, he's not. He's a backup. He's going to do well for us. But Justin is our dude. Period. Don't know what else to tell you. Justin's our dude. Okay? Unless you get the number one team, the number one pick. Then I think it's not what I want to happen, what I think is going to happen. Or what I would like them to do. But we'll see. We will see. Next top of the morning topic, the Blackhawks. Blackhawks fall to the New Jersey Devils. They're at home on the west side. They lose 4-2. Soderblom stopped 36 of 39 shots. Taylor Hall scored his second goal of the season. Donato scored his third goal of the season. Assists were by Johnson and Kaiser, each their second. Andreas Athanasiou, had his fourth helper, and Dickinson had his third helper. It would have been a much closer game. It would have been tied 3-3, but a beautiful, beautiful save by the goalie, by Detroit, New Jersey's goalie. Man, wide open net, and he dove across and was able to block the shot going in. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. And that would have made it 3-3. Or that would have given the Hawks an extra goal, and then they would have fought it out. They got an empty netter to make it 4-2. But I told you what, remember what we talked about. This team's going to be exciting. This team is going to be exciting. They're going to lose some games, but they're going to be exciting. The last game over the weekend was a Friday night's game. Where they got blown out 8-1. Only goal was Connor Bedard. Connor Bedard sniped it past the goalie. My goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. See who else. We had some other people check in. Lavette Lee, she checked in. Good morning, Mama. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And Shorty, Mr. Shorty's in the house. Yeah, what did you said something, Shorty, about Dan Hampton saying something about maddening. I'm trying to think of where you said. Oh, so it was Junior who said it. Junior said Hampton said the year the Bears went onto this dark path was when Hallis passed away, and they gave the organization to Michael McCaskey. He said when Finks left, that was it. Yeah. Yeah, and the majority of the players on that Super Bowl team were Finks's guy. People, not guy. Finks's players, draft picks, selections. Excuse me. I think you're right. We still hadn't. You know what? Are you talking about Velus Jones or Braxton Jones? Because let me tell you something. If it's Velus Jones, okay, I get it. I understand. I get it. But let me tell you something. Braxton Jones, I watched him a few times. His ass has been in the weight room. He has definitely improved his strength, his ability to anchor. Man, Okay, you were talking Velas. I figured as much. But let me tell you something. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. And we've been talking about get this left tackle get Olu from Penn State, get Braxton Jones. You might not have to do that. And I don't think Braxton Jones is going to Pro Bowls, going to Canton. No. But he will be more than serviceable at the left tackle position. He's a really good run blocker due to his footwork. And everyone here in Chicago knows we love footwork. But you might not. Offensive line, and here's the thing. Offensive line is not that far away. It's health. That's the only issue is health. Because you mean to tell me you have Darnell Wright and Tevin Jenkins on the right side, or Nate Davis, and then you have Nate Davis or Tevin Jenkins on the left side, and Braxton Jones. That's 4 or 5 good linemen. We just need a center. We need a center. We need a legit center. Now, if you go out and draft one, cool. If you go out and sign one in free agency, even better. Even better. Because you see the way we're running the ball. You see the way we're running the ball. We would have had, we had 156 yards yesterday. 70 of it was from Tyson Bagent. I get it. It doesn't have to be from Tyson Bagent. He'll give us some, but stop taking the ball away from Deontay Foreman. Stop it. Like, I can't get this. And Terrence, you asked, why is Vela still on the team? Because he's one of their top draft picks, a third-round pick. They're trying to make it work so they don't look stupid. That's why. That's literally why. They're giving him every chance. Every chance they're giving him. But I digress. We still have more top of the morning topics. So the next top of the morning topic, all right, Junior. The Cubs. The Cubs yesterday had some postseason hardware. The Cubs have three players. There's a great picture by Steve-O. Dansby Swanson, Nico Horner, Ian Happ, each won a Gold Glove yesterday for the Cubs. It's impressive. It's impressive. Okay, that's impressive. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No diss, no nothing, no nothing. Okay, that's impressive. That is impressive. I give my Cub fans, friends a lot of shit a lot of times. Just good-natured ribbing, And what? Oh, second goal off. And I just had to readjust this. Yeah, so Dansby won his second in a row. Nico Horner his first, Ian Happ his second. But that's a hell of an accomplishment. That's a hell of an accomplishment for any team. Do you realize that's a third of the Gold Gloves went to the north side? A third of all Gold Gloves in the National League, all 9 of them, a third of them, because there's only one per position. A third of them belong to the Cubs. That's impressive. That is mad impressive. You know, hats off to these. And here's the thing. This is why the Cubs are in such a better spot than my White Sox. Okay? This is why. Is you play good defense. You play good defense. That is the way to win. Now, you might not win. You might not outscore people. Okay. But that's not the point. The point is you play good defense. That's the building block. It needs to start with defense. And it does with the Cubs. It does. You know, think about it. You got these two guys. The way to do that for how to do that in baseball, if the middle, and actually any team, the middle of your defense, if that is stout, if that is strong, defenses are usually good. Defenses are usually good. Ian Happ, I think he won it for left field, but let's not forget you had Cody Bellinger out there. He's a Gold Glove winner. Okay, in the past. You got the middle of your infield, Nico Horner, Dansby Swanson shortstop, Horner second base. And that's again, up the middle of the infield. This is why teams are good. The middle of your defense, if that's stout, you have a good chance to win. So again, hats off to, congratulations to Ian Happ, Nico Horner, Dansby Swanson, and taking 1/3 of the National League Golden Gloves and bringing them to the north side. Congratulations. That's pretty dope, I gotta say. In other news, the next top of the morning topic, staying with the Cubs. The Cubs. You see it at the bottom of the screen. The Cubs. They picked up the $16 million option for Kyle Hendricks. It's important. I think that's important to have him back. I think he's the longest tenured Cub now. The longest tenured Cub. And you also picked up a $6 million option for Yan Gomes. Catcher Yan Gomes. So you're bringing back people who are, keep stability. You want, you're looking at players, you don't want a whole bunch of turnover. And I get it. Nothing ever stays the same. But the longer you can keep the majority of your squad, of your core together, the better you are. The better you are. And now you got to go get another free agent. You have to go get another high-priced producing. Got to produce. But you got to go get another free agent. I'm talking about Soto. That'd be nice. Hopefully you can re-sign Bellinger. That's going to be pricey. But hopefully you can get it done. Stroman opted out as well. So do you want to bring him back? I thought he would be one that you'd want to get back. So there's a lot of work to be done here for the Cubs in the offseason, but I digress. Kyle Hendricks, the professor, will be back. Yan Gomes will be back as well. Speaking of that, next up, the one topic, the White Sox. The White Sox have declined their $14 million option on shortstop Tim Anderson, making him a free agent. All right. This is from courtesy of the White Sox on their social media. saying thank you, Tim, for all basically thank you, Tim, and it's for all he's done. And if you see at the bottom of the post on Instagram, Tim Anderson said, "Thank you, Southside." It was really tough, man. It was really, really, really tough to see how that played out. It really was. I think a break best for both parties. Tim has to get his life in order because it was affecting his play on the field. He was one of the youngsters. He was one of the faces of this. He was the beginning of this whole thing. I met him back in 18, 17, 18. I'll tell you in a second. I met him back then, and youngster. He was just trying to make a name for himself, trying to, hoping to start. Here it is. Yeah, January 2018, Sox Fest. 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 6 years. So much has happened in 6 years. So much, And it was, all of Sox Nation had a lot of hopes, high hopes for this guy to be one of the leaders. And it just didn't work out. Part of it didn't work out because of some of the decisions management made. All right, you keep changing managers all the God blessed time. All right, you took Ricky away from them. And here's the thing. If you take Ricky away from them, okay. But make sure you bring in a manager that could get them to the next level. And then you fuck that up by bringing in Tony La Russa. I'm telling you, Ricky Renteria never, ever, ever wants to set foot or will set foot in the city of Chicago. He wouldn't even transfer at O'Hare. He'll make sure he'll take a different flight if he has to lay over in O'Hare. He's not doing it. And they screwed him over. North side screwed him over. South side screwed him over. Except the North side, when they screwed him over, they did it for a reason. They did it to get to the World Series, and they won it with Joe Madden. South side, we did it just because they're stupid. But Tim Anderson, remember, they were fun. They were exciting. Ricky's boys don't quit. All the fun they were having, they're starting to win. Then you go bring in Tony La Russa? What? And then there's all the worry about the conflict. Will Tim Anderson get along with him? Well, now he's not. It's a new generation. He's been out for 9 years. He's only been in the front office. He hasn't been in the dugout. And no one's ever questioned Tony La Russa's baseball acumen, baseball IQ. Never. All the question was it, has the game passed him by? And he resigned. He missed the end of his second season. First season they got to the playoffs, but they were still playing with Ricky in mind, Ricky Renteria. Second season goes by. What are they, 81 and 81? Missed the playoffs. Then they hire this dude, Pedro Grifol. And I don't have anything against him. There were just other managers that were better. There were other managers that were better than Pedro Grifol. And that's the issue. That's the problem I'm having. Is the White Sox insist on bringing people in that they can control. That's how you know they don't want to win. That's how you know they don't want to win. Because if you want to win, if you want to win, you get the best man for the job. Okay? You get the best man for the job. And when you just want to control, when you want to be the GMs, Rick Hahn, this was under his watch. When you go get a guy from Kansas City that's been passed over 3 times for the Kansas City Royals managerial position, why the fuck would we want him? And I was trying to, be positive on this whole thing, but at some point, got to call a duck. This man here, Bruce Bochy, was available to us last year. And you know what the White Sox did? They didn't even bring him in for an interview. This is a 3-time, as of last year, a 3-time World Series winning manager, 2010, 2012, 2014 with the San Francisco Giants, and you don't even bring him in for an interview? You don't bring a 3-time World Series winning manager in for an interview, but you claim you want to win? They're full of shit. They know it and we know it. You didn't interview him because he's going to want to make control. He's going to want control. He's going to want to make decisions. And guess what? Front offices, you're not the best decision makers. You use analytics. I don't know what else you use. But there's a thing that great managers have. It's called a feel. I just feel different. I felt it was the right play. You're into the game as a manager. You feel every game. You feel the emotion, how the game's going, the flow of the game. You make decisions based off of that, in addition to stats. From the front office, you make decisions from stats. And to not bring Bruce Bochy in, Bruce Bochy, look what he did in his first year with Texas. Now, granted, Texas spent money. Oh, no, the Sox would have had to spend more money. Oh, my goodness. But see, the problem with that is, guess what? If the Sox are winning, people are going. People were fired up about the last 2 years. Yoel Moncada, Luis Robert, Jose Abreu, Eloy Jimenez, Tim Anderson, Dylan Cease, Lucas Giolito. If the Sox were winning, we would go. We were going a lot last year. This past year, not so much. But if we started winning, Sox games would have been packed. So the money you would have to spend on players would have been recouped, at least somewhat, through attendance, through parking, which you keep raising, through concessions. Come on, man. But the general managers want to pull all the strings. They have to be in the limelight. So you go to Texas, they win a World Series. Unbelievable. Actually, it is believable. Anyway, last one, the Bulls. The Bulls tonight, they host the Utah Jazz at the United Center. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock. That game is on NBC Sports Chicago. And if you want to listen to it, it is on 670 AM. The Score is their flagship station. So Eric just got a hold of me. He's running late. All right, so we're going to start off. We're going to take a quick break, and then the other side of the break, we'll start off with some Bears talk. Okay, and when he checks in, we'll jump in with him. All right, let's see what we got here. Terrence, we'll talk about this a little more. Yep. Brian, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I don't worry about it, Cornelius. That's cool, man. That's cool. We all have life. Life gets in our way sometimes. Don't trip. But listen, let's take a quick break. And on the other side, okay, we'll have some Bears talk because it's basically what it is. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
To run for 17, back he goes, here comes Chubb, there goes the ball, touchdown, Mooney! Jones will walk at the left tackle, time for Fields, now he'll accelerate to get the first down, and break tackles, and he's off to the races, and we got a terrific block.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
So I've come up with the family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too. These new socks? They can be a real lifesaver.
And I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
Chicago in the red zone, where they are tied for fourth this year in touchdown percentage. Bagent looking deep for Cole Kmet. Oh, what a catch! Kmet goes up to get it, and it's a touchdown for the Bears.
On the throwback. This was an ill-advised throw. What an unbelievable catch by Cole Kmet. And he cups it too. No movement when he hits the ground, tucked up against his shoulder. Wow.
On second down, Bagent steps up in the pocket. He'll run it again. He's got the first down and more. Bagent slides down at the 34-yard line. After a loss of 5, Bagent to Evans. Some room down the sideline, and he picks up the first down.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. As you see those clips courtesy of CBS. That was a game yesterday. Yeah. Frustrating. It's a winnable game. Brian, right now I'm calm. I don't know how calm I'm going to be, Papa. All right. I don't know. My man, Brandon, be nice. Checking in from the left coast, baby. I appreciate it. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I think it just confirmed. Let's look at some of the things. And I mentioned Braxton Jones. Watch Braxton Jones. So if you taped the game, all right, DVR'd it, okay, go back and watch Braxton Jones. There are quite a few times where people tried to bull rush. Yes, Brand AB, Eric's coming. He said he was running a little late. I said, okay, no problem. I mean, what else can I say? No, get on time. So he's running a little late, maybe at the bottom of the hour. So we'll close out the show with Eric. But he's on the way. He texted me during the last segment. Watch Braxton Jones. Watch Braxton Jones. Okay? His ability to anchor and not get overwhelmed by the bull rush is noticeably improved. He was one of our best run blocking linemen last year. Okay, his ability to get out on the edge. And now remember, all we said was if he can just anchor, because he has the feet of a dancing bear. All right, you weren't beating him with a speed rush, a spin, a twist, a rip. He's got good feet, phenomenal feet for a guy his size. All he had to do was work on the bull rush. He couldn't handle the bull rush last year. So people stopped trying to spin and twist and do all this other stuff. They just ran through him, and it was a problem. Well, he fixed that problem. Hats off to him to make himself a better player. So now we might not be looking for an offensive tackle, and we don't need a stud left tackle. If Braxton Jones continues to give us the play he did last year, especially on pass pro, or improves pass pro, because now you really can't bull rush him and be effective. So that's one position the Bears aren't going to have to deal with. Yes, of course we want Olu. Of course we want other people, another stud left tackle. But listen, if you can get a guy there that's more than serviceable, that's above average, not great, just above average, average or above average, you have that position locked down. Now you're taking one of the key positions, one of the most important positions, one of the highest paid positions, and you've made it work in your benefit. So now you can go really get some stud offensive linemen. I mean, you can go get other offensive players, stud offensive players. You want a tight end, you want a wide receiver, Marvin Harrison Jr., bingo. You want the tight end? I can't think of the tight end's name off the top of my head. Bingo. I say get a center. What's the one center that everyone's talking about? I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now. Don't get me wrong. I hear you. I hear you, B. But if remember, if you got a left tackle who's not giving up sacks, I'm not asking for pancakes. I don't need pancakes. All right, I'm trying to trim down as we speak. I don't need any damn pancakes. But if you give Justin Fields, yes, the kid from Georgia, you give Justin Fields 5 seconds, 4 to 5 seconds, Bowers, thank you. Thank you, Brian. You give Justin Fields 4 to 5 seconds, that's all you can ask for. Because at that point, either throw it or run. Throw it or run. Oh, Bowers is the tight end. Yeah, sorry. And Van Pran is the center. Van Pratt. Yeah, Van Pratt B. That's the center. But at 5 seconds, you either throw it, that ball's got to come out, or you got to run. So now you listen to this offensive line. Left tackle, Braxton Jones. Left guard, Tevin Jenkins. All right, we get a center because we just cut Doug Kramer. I don't know if they're going to sign him to the practice squad or not because he never really got a shot. Right guard, Nate Davis. Right tackle, Darnell Wright. That's a nice little offensive line. That's a nice offensive line. they could just stay healthy, that'd be a really good offensive line. And you know what? Here's my thought. You sign D'Onta Foreman to an extension. I like Khalil Herbert. I do. He ain't D'Onta Foreman. There, you keep those two. Because I don't know about you guys, I love the way D'Onta Foreman runs that goddamn ball. I love it. He's downhill. He doesn't go down by the first contact. And he got some speed. And he can pass pro. And he can catch the ball out of the backfield, even though he dropped one a couple weeks ago, remember? In the first drive. But he caught a touchdown pass later. So I think to fortify this offense, because I think this draft is going to be offensive heavy. First two picks are going to be offense. Should be. Give me Marvin Harrison Jr. B, yeah. I don't know about from jump. Khalil Herbert did well. And, as the games go on, D'Onta just would have taken over. And that's fine. But bring them both back. You got 3 running backs. D'Onta Foreman, Khalil Herbert, Roschon Johnson. Now, unless D'Onta Foreman gets a bigger deal, I think was it $2 million for this year, I want to say. And if you get your money, Papa, I ain't mad at you. Okay, then leave, go somewhere else. I hear you. We're running backs, they are devalued. So if you can get your money, do it. Yeah, 1 year, $2 million. So bonus, guaranteed $1 million. Okay. I'm thinking about re-signing him. So now I literally have 3. And you could tell him, say, hey, listen, you can go, if you want money, cool, go somewhere else. I got you. No harm, no foul. I get it. If you want to stay here for 3 years, 4 years, because let me see, how old is he? That's important. He's 27. So you get 3 years here, 28, 27, 28, 29, give him a 2-year deal. 28, 29, maybe, you know what I mean? And now you rotate. What you're doing is you're fortifying one position with 3 legitimate players. And I know, believe me, I know running backs, we want the ball. We want to be the bell cow. Unfortunately, in 2023, that's not how the NFL works. Hell, the Titans are trying to get rid of Derrick Henry. He had him on the trade, on the chopping block, the trade block. But you get him, Roschon Johnson, and keep Khalil Herbert. Guess what? Here's what that does. That extends your career. You don't take all those hits, all that pounding. So when you talk about running back in 30, well, it's now all of a sudden those hits that have come up, that have accumulated because you're the bell cow, don't accumulate. That's a nice running back room. So now we got that. We got the running back room. We got the offensive line. Wide receivers. DJ Moore, stop targeting him only 5 times. There's no need for it. Tyson Bagent, throw him the goddamn ball. He was open plenty of times and missed. And I get it. He was bracketed at times. Cool. But when you know it's man, then you have. Here's my deal. I'm sitting here and I can tell you what to do in man. If they're in man, so DJ Moore is going to be the motion guy, period. DJ Moore is going to be the motion guy, period. He's going back and forth. Why? Because I need to know if it's man or not. And if it's man, I'm running him on crossing routes. I'm running him on posts where he gets to run away from people. Or I'm putting him in a bunch. I'm motioning him into trips. And we have in, out, up, whatever it is. He's going to get screened. His guy's going to get screened or picked. Make it confusing for defenses, because what's going to happen, two people are going to jump to DJ Moore, and the other receiver is going to be wide open. You hit him, let him run. Like, this is not rocket science. This is not. You know, and listen, I don't think anybody on this staff or this team has an issue if DJ Moore gets the most targets. Am I wrong? Do you think I'm wrong? Because the more targets DJ Moore gets and the more catches DJ Moore gets, guess what? The more pressure that's going to go on him. The more looks, defensive looks that are going to go on him. Guess what? That means the more opportunities other people have, because they're shading and shifting and focusing their defense on him. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Now, here's the thing. And I agree with you, B. If Justin finishes the season strong, okay, what's he got? 8 games left. You know what's really funny? He still can easily get 3,000 yards. He can easily get 3,000 yards, having missed, 3 games, 4 games? And yes, some new guys might not want, they might want to reset especially if you have the first pick. Some guys. But here's my thought. Will the Bears go get a new coach? Because that's going to be a problem. Because if you go get like a Jim Harbaugh, look at all the shit that's going on in Michigan. He's going to be out real fast. He might get suspended or told not to come back as early as today. And I know it's something that the McCaskies might frown on, but he's one of theirs. He's a Chicago Bear. They drafted him out of Michigan. He is one of their own. You get him. If you get Roman as the OC, great. If not, Harbaugh can still make the call. Harbaugh, they had those two guys had a quarterback similar to Justin Fields, and that's Colin Kaepernick. And I'm telling you, if it wasn't for a phenomenal throw and catch in the end zone by Baltimore, San Fran would have won that Super Bowl. Baltimore, beautiful catch, beautiful throw, beautiful catch. It is what it is. There's got to be a winner, got to be a loser. But he knows how to use quarterbacks like this. They are different athletes. They're different breeds. You must coach them different. And unless you've coaching an athlete like that, or this is your style, and you're able to manipulate or form your scheme around his talents, don't come in here and they should not be hired. That falls on Poles. That falls on Poles. Are you going to commit to Justin Fields if we don't have the number 1 pick? And some people might like it. And here's another thing. You got to remember all the politics that's in football. You have to remember all the politics that's in football, because if Kevin Warren says, I like Justin Fields, he's going to be our quarterback, and a new head coach has to go along with it, that could be an issue for some people. Because if that is the case, do you realize, and we do get the number 1 pick, do you realize the haul we can get? I get it. You got to pay Justin after 2 more seasons. All right. Next year's his 4th season. You pick up his 5th-year option, and then then you make it extension. Here's my thing with Caleb. Everybody talks about Caleb this, Caleb that, Caleb, and I'm not doubting his talent at all. What has he won? Okay, he won the Heisman, but football's a team game. Did they win the Pac-12 last year? Have they been in the college football playoffs? Answer to both of those questions is no. And then you can say, and then the argument comes, well, this team this year is blah, 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 blah. Exactly. Because coming out of college, Justin Fields took his team twice to the college playoffs, once to the national championship game. Shows you with talent around him, he's good. That boy good. That boy good. All of my Coming to America people, you know what I'm talking about. That boy good. Now, if you want to make it a business decision and say, okay, you get to restart the clock, okay, I understand that. But you don't know that Caleb Williams he's not guaranteed. You don't know that. He could. SC's defense is trash and his O-line isn't good. Wasn't our defense trash last year? Didn't we gut this whole team? The defense, trade Roquan Smith, trade Robert Quinn, didn't resign Akeem Hicks. Didn't we do that? Didn't we, despite doing that, only have seven one-score games? Seven one-score games? And let's not get it twisted. And you're saying everything they won is because of Caleb? Okay. Guess what? When you're dealing with kids on scholarship, you're not dealing with the best of the best. You're top heavy. Was it Utah? UCLA, maybe? Oregon? That's about it as in the Pac-12. And here's you're saying Caleb's a better prospect. Okay. Because a lot of people jump on something. I'm not saying Caleb's not good. Let's not get that twisted. I'm not saying that at all. Kid is really, really talented. Okay. But I'm watching what can he do that Justin can't? Because for you to say that he's better now, because some people said, I'm not saying you, B, but other people have said, well, he's a better passer than Justin is now. And I'm like, this guy hasn't thrown one pass in the NFL. Okay. He hasn't thrown one pass. And you said every game SC wins because of Caleb. Well, Justin can't throw the ball. See, Caleb still has top-notch receivers to throw to. Okay? Justin had to deal with what he had. He had EQ St. Brown. He had Pettis to throw to. He had Amir Smith-Merced, who got the ball stripped when we're trying to go down to in the Vikings game. Darnell Mooney double caught it at the goal line. Kicker missed the extra point against the Dolphins. Could I go on? These are all things that Justin's done in the pros. Now, if you're telling me because you want to restart the clock, I can see that and I give it to you. But it doesn't guarantee he's going to be this good. It just doesn't. Right? He's not 6'3". They say he's 6'1". Okay? We know, you and I know how that works. He could be 6 flat. He could be 5'11" and 7/8. I was 5'10" and 7/8. He's got good wide receivers. He's got good wide receivers at Southern Cal. Now, granted, I'll say I don't know about anywhere near. I think they're good. I think the talent was better at Ohio State. But this not SC's receivers are nothing to sneeze at. All I'm saying is if you have so everybody's on this train. But then everyone makes excuses as to why, it's football's a team game. If you don't believe me, ask Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Okay? Ask me 2 years ago. Didn't have those offensive tackles. He got his ass eaten up by Tom. Was it Tom Terrific? Wicked Pissa? Or who did he lose to? Wasn't that Tom? Okay? So if you got a quarterback like that, okay, you get a quarterback like that, I'm okay with some things. Just because you're saying all of Justin's wide receivers are first rounders. Very true. But at the expense of what? The talent level the talent level drops off drastically from receivers at Ohio State. Or the DBs, I should say. So the DBs you play, there's a couple good ones, but you're still playing the Indianas, the Northwesterns, the Penn State. Again, I'm not saying Caleb is not good. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying if you get this thing working with Justin by the end of the year, okay. Because think of the haul you're going to get. And if you want to build this thing out, would you want to go spend money on free agency or would you want to spend it on draft picks? I'll take it on draft picks because now you know exactly where their money's at. So if you want to pay Justin, you can because you know these guys, the first and second rounders, the first rounders got 4 years plus a fifth option. The second rounders you got it for 4 years. Okay, so you know exactly where they are at, where you are at as an organization financially. You'll also know this. I'll put the shoe on the other foot. You'll also know this with Caleb as well, but then you're going to have to go get more talent. Think of all the talent you're going to get with a haul. That's my opinion. That's my take. Think of all the talent that you're going to get from a trade, from trading that number one spot. And that's if we get the number one spot. Because if the Bears fall to 3, if Carolina starts winning some more and they fall to number 3, well, then this is a moot point. You're keeping Justin. You're keeping Justin and your 2 first-round picks. Hopefully Marvin Harrison's still around. Hopefully. I like Caleb, but I'm telling you, there's something about him. I don't know how well it's going to transfer. Okay? There's a little too much softness in him. Okay? The fact that he went and people are going to look at this, and I love passion for the game. I do. But that didn't sit well with me last week when he went up and was crying with his mom. It didn't sit well with me. Okay? It didn't sit well with me. Okay? And I'm not saying you can't have passion for the game. You better have passion for the game. I'm saying don't run a mommy when shit doesn't go well. You're in a man's sport. You're making how many millions of dollars with all your fucking commercials now? How much? All right, you're doing what you Aflac, you got the Subaru for Heisman. You got all this NIL money, and you want to go cry to mommy when you lose a game. You stick with your teammates and you're the leader, then you fucking be the leader for them. What kind of leader is that when he runs to his mom because they lost the game? I get it. You might have a great relationship with your mom. I got a great relationship with my mom. But this is football. And if this is... No. What I'm saying is there's something about I don't trust him being great. That was one example of it. I'm telling you, I want emotion. I'm not saying I don't want emotion. I want emotion. If he's crying, I want him crying next to his offensive lineman. I want him crying next to his running back. I want him crying next to his wide receivers. I want him crying next to his defensive players. I want him crying with the team. That's what I want. I'm not holding the emotion against him. But to leave the team and go up in the stands with your mom and cry, that didn't sit well with me. I get it. And the chance at the Heisman, the playoffs, and the ship, all those are not because of your mom. Those are there because of your teammates. Celebrate and be sad with your teammates. That's where I'm at. So when he's not winning as a pro, is it okay to see him run the mom? I mean, what if he did? You know what I mean? You know as well as I do, Brandon. Welcome to football. Welcome to football. You still lost. And that's the great thing about football, the finality of it. The finality of it. You can have a great game, and all of a sudden one guy fucks up, lets the dude through, you blocks a punt, scoop and score, game over, and you had a phenomenal game. That's why football is the most interdependent sport around, which is why you celebrate and you mourn and you cry with your teammates. That's why. You don't leave and go into the stands with your parents. It doesn't sit well with me. Passion? No, I do not question his passion at all. You go celebrate with your team and you console your teammates when they lose. You're the leader. You're the Heisman Trophy winner. You're the #1 draft pick. You're the next coming of the best quarterbacks ever. So then you be the goddamn leader. What if they wanted to cry? What if your teammates wanted to cry? What if your teammates realize now we're not going to the ship? Now we don't have a chance in the playoffs. So we're not going to the championship if we can't get to the playoffs. What if they're upset? You as the leader, because you've already won the Heisman, you are the de facto or the leader by yourself. If you already come out and said it, you are the leader. You must lead. You must be there for your teammates because you are that dude. That's all I'm saying. That's why it didn't sit well with me. Not that he has passion. Not that he was destroyed and a lot of things that he worked for went down the drain. Not because of that. It just didn't sit well with me. Sorry. I'm not sorry. It didn't sit well with me. And I'm not saying he can't be a great player. I'm not saying he's not going to be a great player. I'm not saying he's not going to be a generational talent. I'm not. He very well could be. That just didn't sit well with me. Because football is football. And believe you me, So many players would have had an issue with it. If you got some dogs on your team, Yeah. Let me ask you a question. You think he would have done that if he was playing with Ray Lewis at Miami? You think he would have done that if he was playing with those guys? The 0-1 Miami team? His team lost and he ran into the stands to cry with his mom? You think? No. You see what I mean? It's just something about that didn't sit well with me about him moving forward in this game. Nomad in the house. Good morning, Papa. Thanks for tuning in. So, and trust me, I want to like the guy a lot. One of my college buddies, my running back. We were running backs together. He was a couple years younger than me. My fellow running backs at Holy Cross. Coached him in high school. Was in New York last year for the Heisman, the whole nine. Sent me a picture. Him in the hotel room and him and Caleb. It was dope. So I will root for him if he's a Bear. Believe you me. But I'm not going to forget that. Great point, Nomad. Great point. He should have said, get your ass down there, be there for your teammates. And this is what I would always tell my players. You win together, you win with class, you lose with class. You win together, you lose together. You lost, you left your team and went to your mom. Bro, I get it. I understand. I understand more completeness. I understand better first round wide receivers, first round offensive linemen, first round linebackers, first round DTs. I get it. Be there for your team. I forgot who put it up. He's not the only one that lost. His teammates lost as well. His team lost. That's what I'm saying. Be there for your team. And I didn't even get to that. Go home. And that was another thing. I want to go home and cuddle with my dog? Come on, man. When is it going to stop? You're going to go home and cuddle with your dog. Because when the game's over and you're with your parents, with your mom, you're not there for your team. Now, if you come back after and say, hey, guys, they're like, hold on, player. I know a lot of guys that I play ball with, a lot of guys that I coached, they'll be like, no, stay with your mom. Stay with your mom. Because we were up here celebrating when you won the Heisman. We're up here celebrating when you threw a touchdown pass. We're celebrating when you had a nice touchdown run. We're celebrating with you when we win. That's what I'm saying. He said, Caleb Williams at the end, after they lost the game, he said he wanted to go home and cuddle with his dog. He said it twice. That's what we're talking about. I ain't mad at you, dude. Hey, true words were never been spoken. I want to go home and cuddle with stacked co-eds if I was. Dude, you go to USC. Do you understand the amount of 8, 9s, and 10s and 10 pluses there are on that campus? And you live in LA. So not only are you getting the co-eds from USC, you're getting the little starving actresses that wannabe actresses that are out there waitressing who know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go cuddle with them. You know, man, I couldn't even imagine being a star. I had a lot of fun at Holy Cross, and that was small, super small. Imagine going to that. I mean, I've heard the stories of Michael Irvin at Miami. You know, like next time I have JP on, Jared, I'll ask him, like, give us a crazy story, like with girls. Not for you, because I don't want, he's married with kids, but some of your teammates who will remain nameless. You know what I mean? Like, that's who you cuddle with. That's who you can bring your dog with you. You can leave Fido, let him run around the apartment while you're cuddling and doing other stuff. And a junior friend. I love you, Patty, his wife. He was just saying what he would do if he were a single Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. If he was. I got you, Junior. I got you. But getting back to, you know what? I needed that laugh, Junior. I needed it. I definitely needed it. So we got a quick turnaround. Quick turnaround on Thursday against the Carolina Panthers. All right. The Carolina Panthers, we have to give them a beat. Have to give them a beat down. Because I think Carolina may win another game or two. Arizona looks like the trash team. And listen, if they do move on from Justin, I'll always be a Justin Fields fan. If he goes to Atlanta, wherever he goes, I may even buy that jersey just because I respect him so much, because I wanted it to work out here, and he got shit coaches. Okay, he got shit egotistical coaches who refuse to maximize his ability. I'll cheer the hell out of Caleb Williams if we get him, but give me Justin. Give me Justin. So, and here's another thing. You know, the whole debate, thing about, you know, Tyson's 1-1 and Justin is whatever. Do you realize that the Bears have the number 3 run defense in the NFL right now? Do you remember where we were last year? Justin had the 32nd ranked run defense in the NFL last year. So when people call, this is how you know people don't know sports. Okay? Let's talk about things. You know, people say, well, look at his record. That's how I know you don't know shit about football. You don't know shit about what they've done. I had a few people trying to throw that argument. He's 5 in this. I'm like, bro, you can't. You just can't. You can't compare because of what they did to the defensive side of the defensive side of the ball. What they did, they literally stripped it down to the studs, and he still was able to keep us in the game. 7 or 8 one-score games, and then you take that away from him this year. Yes, you dial it back a little bit because now you hand the ball off to the 3 running backs you got, but don't tell him not to run. Don't tell him that, because look what Bajan did yesterday, 70 yards. You don't think Justin would have got 70 yards? Come on now. Come on now. Because that was one of the best top 2 weapons in the NFL last year, Justin Fields. And he ain't number 2. He wasn't number 2. And you take that completely out of his game, coaching malpractice. Yes, you turn it, you decrease it, but you pick it up somewhere else and allow everyone knows every defensive coordinator has that threat, knows that threat of him deciding to do that is there. That's all I'm saying. This guy's got to fight through a lot. I agree. They weren't spying. And this is why when they're not spying, now there's a even more of an opening in the secondary. If you're spying on a cover 3, that middle is wide freaking open. Wide freaking open. That middle is wide freaking open, which is why you flood a zone in the cover 3. You flood a zone, hit someone in the middle, it's wide open. I'm telling you, I was a defensive coordinator. I had to make sure that I always had to give up something when we ran cover 3. Like, okay, we ran it. If they run a wheel route, I had to have my linebacker carry him in the outside third. I had to have my linebacker carry him all the way up. There's so many holes. Every defense has holes and soft spots. If you know how to scheme against it, you'll be good. You'll be good. Junior, you're right. Not threatening to run Justin Fields has helped the opposing defensive coordinator. Yeah, it has. Because you're not worried about him. You're worried about him a couple times a game. But if you're worried about him, first read, second read, he's gone, that changes your whole defensive outlook. Because now you do need a spy. And now Justin Fields steps up in the pocket, and he's behind the line of scrimmage. Now that spy is screwed. Do I make the tackle, or do I go in for the tackle? Because if I miss this tackle, this dude's running for a minute. If I miss this tackle, and he hasn't crossed the line of scrimmage yet, this is where you got him over a barrel. But this defense, let's talk about this defense. This defense is improved big time. 3rd against the run in the NFL. 3rd. Billings, that's why they signed him to an extension. That boy is bad. And we talked about it on your show, Nomad. We talked about Walker maybe moving into a 3-tech, a smaller, but a little more athletic 3-tech, which could give people problems. And yeah, I was a little pissy yesterday at our guy. All right, Montez Sweat, give me a goddamn sack. Just on GP alone, you just signed a $100 million contract. Give me a goddamn sack. Not just a hit arm. I need a sack. I would have taken a penalty. Put your face mask in a quarterback's freaking chest and drive his ass through the fucking ground. 15 yards. Like, I'll take the 15 yards. Just so you know. Just so you know I'm here. There's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Reggie Hammond. Y'all be cool. Right on. All my 48-hour people. There's just no one nasty enough over there, man. You decided that dude, that's 9 figures, dog. 9 figures. You make your presence felt. Game 1. Khalil Mack did. Khalil Mack sure as hell did when he got here. That's the lack of killer instinct, the lack of no Mamba mentality, no Michael mentality, none of that. Well, they just want to be the best. They got their money. Okay, good. I'll just play. No, I want to dominate now. I don't have to worry about it. My children's grandchildren are going to be okay. Now I can play ball. Now I want to be the best. Disappointed with Montez yesterday. I would have been out there like my hair's on fire. I just signed a hundo. $100 million? Oh, no, I need to get me 1 or 2. Where's that attitude? Oh, I need to get me some. Oh, yeah. Got me fired up over here. Yes, Shorty Billings. Is it football a violent game? It's not a contact sport. Football is a collision sport. Dude, you go through 50 or 60 car crashes in 3 hours. Yes, Shorty, he signed a 2-year extension. So we got 2 more years with Billings. But man, this is what I'm talking about. Like, give me something. Show me how excited you are to be here. We just gave you $100 million. Show me something. And I'm not poo-pooing the trade and the signing, the extension. No. I'm just poo-pooing his effort yesterday. He'll be out in 4.5 on good behavior. He's fine. And he can still play for us. You see what I'm saying? But like, that's the type, there's no, again, maybe it's me being my get off my lawn persona right now. But damn. Like, make a quarterback feel when you hit him. Feel when you drive your face mask in his chest or in his back. Oh shit, my kidneys, I'm pissing blood now. Man. Like, there's the art of intimidation is gone. That was part of football. They've taken it out. And I said, I'll take a 15-yard penalty. I'll take the fine. I just signed a $100 million contract. I'll pay the fine. I'll even leave you a tip. The D-line coach, well, he's working. Listen, you got the second best run defense, the third best run defense in the NFL. You're doing a good job. Okay? We've seen improvement from Zach Pickens, although I would like a little more from him. But I'm not complaining. I just want more. We've seen Javon Dexter improve big time. We've seen Walker, who might be a better fit for a 3-tech. He might be. So, yeah. You're talking about Montez Sweat? He was always a step away yesterday. Man, I'd have been so fired up. To get that sack. Dude, I might have just bull rush that first play. Give him a little shake. Boom. Speed to power. Junior, you're a damn fool. You hit the quarterback so hard, Caleb Williams' dog starts crying. You are a damn fool. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm looking forward to Thursday. All right. We have to come out with a dub. All right. Let Carolina win somewhere else. Unless you want to be real jagbags. Brian, this is Armando every day. Armando's been very tame in the chat. He's been very tame. This is him every day. He's the biggest smart ass that I know, which is I think why we hang out. We're such good friends. And you know the biggest FU would be if the Bears lost to both the Panthers and the Cardinals. So the Bears definitely aren't. They definitely aren't the number 1 or 2 pick. But I like it. I like what they're doing. I like this. You know, now they got to sign Jalen Johnson. All right. I know you don't have to. You can franchise tag him for 3 years. Third year is hardly ever used, but it's an option. Just give him his money. Give him his money. You know, when you shut down the side of a field, that in itself is value. That in itself is value. And if you refuse to see it, you're a fool. Now you got to get him signed. Like, you know, and he might be salty. He said he was cool with it, but I interviewing. I'm telling you, when I get a feel, I get a vibe from these players when I'm talking to him in the locker room, and he was when I asked about I want to ask him a few questions. I said, hey, you mind if I ask you a few questions, Jalen? This was last game. He's like, well, I'm getting dressed right now. I'm like, no shit, asshole. I can see you're getting dressed. I'm not fucking blind here. And I was like, you know what? Cool, bro. You know? Like he was literally about to put his shirt on. His pants are on. He's about to put his shirt. I'm getting dressed here. Like, I was wait for you to put your fucking shirt on, dude. Like, don't be a dick. Like, I get it. You're pissed or whatever you're. I get it, but don't be. I didn't come at you wrong. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, all right, dude. So he's a little soft too. Hey, I'm telling you, the real Shawn's got to be chill. I got to be professional, Shawn. I'm getting dressed. No shit. I can see what you're doing. It's called a locker room. It's what you do after a game. You get dressed in here. I'm mad as hell. But I digress. Our safety position is one that I'm worried about. Our safety position is one I'm worried about. Jaquan Brisker, Eddie Jackson. You know, I was a little pissy with him yesterday as well. Like, look, I understand. I get it. You know, I get it. You know, you're trying to rip the ball out. Don't rip the ball out. Punch the ball. Punch the goddamn thing out. Stop playing. All right, you're trying to rip the ball out, and the dude's getting 3, 4, 5 extra yards. Punch the ball out. Guess what? Forward progress stopped. Now he's got to fight for the ball like everybody else. Now you can push his ass away, jump on it, whatever. But man, stop pulling at the ball. You don't pull it. Knock the goddamn thing out and let the chips fall where they may. Now it's a scrum. B, I agree with you. I think he might be gone. I agree with you. But you still have a responsibility to this team now. So, well, Eric hasn't shown up. I don't know. He said he was running late. So listen, I'm gonna figure it out because we gotta bounce. I gotta bounce, baby. Bounce, baby. Oh, yeah. So I'll talk to him. He's actually coming to town. I'm going to see him on Wednesday or Thursday. So I'll see if I can get him. See if I can get him on Wednesday. If not, he'll be here Friday. Yeah, he'll be here Friday. Shorty, preach it. Preach it. Hey, they did that to DJ Moore yesterday. They peanut punched the hell out of that thing. You know? B, I agree with you. That's why I said Brisker. We got to go get some new safeties. Because I like the physicality that he plays with, but he's always hurt or he's a concussion protocol or something. You know, I really like him. So, I don't know. We'll see. Man, guys, I had a great time. Fortunately, Eric, he just texted me a few moments ago saying he couldn't do it. So, like I said, we'll try to see him Wednesday. If not, definitely, I'm going to interview him Wednesday or Thursday. He's got a book coming out. He just wrote a book. So make sure we'll clip that interview. We'll post it on Sports Zone Chicago, on my page, and YouTube, the whole nine. We'll post it up there. So, yeah, he's got a book out, and I can't wait to interview him about it. But listen, guys, you have a phenomenal day. It's Monday. Turn your beast mode on. All right, set your goals for the week and crush them. Set them and crush them. All right, I had a good day with CrossFit this morning, so I'm fired up. It was great to talk to you guys. Great to talk Bears with you guys. I love it. Junior, you're a fool. That was hilarious. That was awesome. And listen, guys, have a phenomenal day. If you're in Chicago, it's going to be nice and warm today. Almost 70 degrees today, so enjoy it. One last fling of summer. All right, it'll be cool. All right, folks. Your boy, the SuperBack. I'm out. Second City Sports at 12:15. What's up, Cuss? Tonight at 6. I'm gone.